guys, it's Morgie Britt here, and welcome to my first sort of a Let's Play video, but it's a speed create a sim video. Originally I recorded this with my own dialogue comments, but it was really long, so I decided to talk over the top of it and tell you a little bit about how I'm making my Sims. So right now I'm playing around with the ears. I have a thing for big ears. I think they're cute. I'm also using an inspiration image from Pinterest of a girl that I thought was pretty. I don't in any way think that my Sim is going to look like her, but it does help me keep my Sims looking a little bit different from each other, although sometimes it still feels like they all end up looking the same. So right now I'm playing around with her jaw, trying to get it to match the picture of the girl that keeps flashing by. Sorry if it's giving anyone like seizures or something with how fast it is. Here I'm playing with the eyes. I had quite a bit of trouble with the eyes, getting them to look right. I was like trying to get them to look more open while still not being like huge bug eyes, and I was having trouble with that. But I think I eventually got them at least to a state that I'm happy with them. And here I'm working with the nose, which is one of my favorite parts of making a sim. Like on my own Sims, I like experimenting with different nose shapes and things, and also I just love looking at how other people have their Sims noses. This one I ended up doing kind of a more soft nose on the bridge. Typically mine are a little harder, straight, more rigid, I suppose. So I like how her nose turned out. And now I'm working on the mouth. I also had some trouble with the mouth. I don't know, I get done with it and then I look at her lips and I don't like them, so I changed them a little bit. But I also like having my Sims have full lips, and so but these ones I ended up making the mouth a little bit smaller than it is here, or it was. I think I have already shortened the mouth a little bit. Alright, and I am going to mess with the body shape, so I put her into her swimwear so that I could better see her body as I mess with body sliders. I wanted to make her a little bit curvier. I don't know, I wanted her to be kind of the mother-y nanny-ish, and like hugs are just better if there's a little bit of softness to the body. So I also wanted to give her not as big of boobs as we just saw, but if she's gonna, so this is a sim for my 100 baby challenge. I forgot to mention that. So she, I felt like she needed some big boobs so she could nurse her bazillions of babies. And so now I'm going into and coloring her because my life would not be complete without Berry Sims. So I usually start with a base of a sim and then I go back in and add the colors and the makeup and all that. So right now I'm messing around with skin, which is super hard to find the skin I'm looking for because there's so many. I wanted to use a purple based skin, but use it all the way down on the lightest setting, but that way when she goes and has babies, we'll get an array of different purple skin babies, because that's the color of the next generation. And here I'm making her hair white and going through a bazillion of my hairs trying to find one that I like. I really liked that one, and then I kind of hit a slump and have trouble finding one that I like. I liked this one. I liked her in the shorter hair. I kind of imagined that if she's having a lot of babies, she probably doesn't want long hair that's gonna get pulled and grabbed by little baby hands. So I eventually ended up going with a short style. I really liked this pony and I almost went with it, but again, if you're gonna have a lot of babies, like I know Sims can't actually grab the hair, but like in the storyline, like she would want short hair. So I ended up settling on this hair. I thought it was cute and different than, I guess, what I would typically use as hair for my Sims, so I was all for using it. I always have trouble finding eyebrows that I like for Sims with really light hair, especially founders of Rainbow Seas, with the white, because the white eyebrows make them look like they have no eyebrows, and so that's a struggle. Here I'm just messing around with the eyes. I was gonna do purple, but I went back to the white. And here I'm giving her some freckles because freckles are cute. And the inspiration image for the girl that I based her off, she had quite a few freckles. Here I'm adding in the makeup. I put a little ear blush on her. I ended up going back to a more reddish pink color versus the purple. And messing around with some eyelashes here. A lot of them look too full and big but I ended up finding some that were a little more subtle because I wanted her to look like kind of cute and gentle and sweet. And adding a little eyeliner. And here I'm going with blush, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I need a nose mask, so I went back and I think rose nose mask is what I settled on. I love the look of it. It was super cute. And then I added some rosy cheeks, a little bit of a more purplish tint to her blush, which I liked. And then the lips, I went with one of my favorite lipsticks and gave her a nice kind of purplish tone to it. And yeah. And then I decided she needed some tattoos because I wanted, I guess, a sort of non-cheating way to add a little bit more purple to her. Not that, I mean, it's Sims, I can do whatever I want with my Sims, but I wanted a typical white founder for a Rainbow Sea. But I added this deer tattoo with the purple flowers and the antlers to add a little bit more purple to her. And then I was wanting to put a tattoo kind of next to her belly button, but Sims didn't have a spot that would really let me do that on the side. It would go through the middle. But then I had the idea to put this giant woohoo heart on her, well, not giant, but on her hip, because I just thought it was funny, because obviously if you're going to have 100 babies, or 10 at this generation, you're going to have lots of woohoo. So then I thought about putting in a face, a birthmark, but I ended up choosing not to do that. I will probably do it for one of her kids, just because I think it's cute, but I liked her better without it. Yeah, so I eventually chose not to. But then I decided to put this little flowery thing on her, kind of above her breast, her left breast, and gave it the purple flowers. So then it was on to getting her dressed in her everyday clothes. I made these shirts and I love them because they're super cute for pregnant Sims. So she'll eventually end up in that, but for right now I'm starting her off with something else. And I kind of challenged myself because I typically choose full outfits, a lot of times dresses, so I wanted to choose a top and pants separately. So I eventually ended up, I think it was Pets, yeah, this Pets shirt. I found a nice pattern. I love patterns. Use the colors for this, the white and the purple, and then I found some jeans to match it, and I kind of went through. I didn't like, this one was a little better, but some of the jeans, they were so low, you could see her woohoo tattoo, and I didn't want, we don't want her to look skanky, so I found some higher waisted jeans to go underneath the top. And they have a nice ombre effect, so that was kind of cool. I was able to do the white to purple, add in a little bit more purple. And then it was on to shoes. I really wanted to use these jelly shoes, but they didn't look right, so I went with some Vans, kind of my go-to shoes. Went with the white Vans, but then I was like, no, we're going to do white and purple polka dot Vans, and they looked pretty cute. And then I skipped the rest of the decorating, but I was on to finding a name. I really like this One Look dictionary because it does words similar to, which can kind of help you find some good names. So I ended up settling on Marzipan, Eyelet, Macaroon for her name, and it would be the 100 Macaroons, which I think is quite cute. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!